You are all welcome to this second tutorial about the library catalog. Today, let us look at course reserves. Course reserves is a module in Koha system that allows students to to open or to navigate to the exact content as described by the course builder. So we have a course, for example, and it has 1, 2, 3 materials for study. Then Koha allows you to upload them in order students to access them or your users to access them whenever they want. Course reserves begin by uploading those course reserves. If you have your Koha and the course reserves is not enabled, you have to go to System Administration and enable course reserves. Let us go in. So I'm going to log in. So you are required to log in. And after logging in, you will see a module called course reserves around here. If you cannot see course reserves here, that means the system administrator at your library or at your institution has to first enable course reserves module for you to be able to access this module. Okay, so I'm going to click on course reserves. We can see that there are many course reserves that are already there. But I'm going to take an example of one course reserve that can be added onto here. So I'm going to add a new course, and a course is actually that small unit of a whole program. I'm going to take an example of a program that is at, let's say, water resource engineering and mining. And after that, the course number that you fill in the course number that is given to the course you want to select the course guides for. For example, the courses are divided into the academic year, the semester, the unique code, and maybe the code of that course. So at water resource engineering, I'm going to use war. So we have war, and maybe the course, sorry, the semester is 1, and then the year is 1, then the semester is 1, and then the course code is 0003. I'm gonna make it unique. Okay, so the section you can leave it, it's not a required field. The course name, I'm going to call it sample. Yeah, I'm going to call it sample. Sample course. Okay, sample course. Okay, let me call it introduction. Introduction to water resource. Introduction to water resource engineering. Wow, so that is going to be our course name, and the term you're going to select semester 1 because it was a year 1 and semester 1. Then the instructor, you could choose any instructor, or if it's written here, if it's registered with the Koha library. Once you search them, they are going to come, and then you can choose one. So I'm going to choose myself as an instructor. You could add more instructors. The staff note is just a brief note that will accompany this course, and the public note is what the students read after they have accessed this our course. So let me add it, and then the number of students is not a compulsory thing, but let me take for instance 44 and then save. All right, so we have created a course reserve and it is called Introduction to Water Resource Engineering. Now, as we talk, this course is visible to students, only that it does not have the materials inside. Let us take a look at how it looks like at the student's side or the client's side. Okay, so I'm going to navigate to our library catalog and click on course reserves. Yeah, once I'm at course reserves, there are many, but I want to look for the one we put. It was introduction to water resource engineering, and this is the code, and the instructor is that. So you can see the public note here, which we added. So once I click in it, we shall see that there are no reserves that have been selected for that course. Yeah, reason we have not yet added any reserves under our course. So how do we add the reserves? Let us go back to the staff page. And once we are here, let me go back in order for us to be okay to see. Okay, so I'm going to search our course reserve, which is Introduction to Water Resource Engineering. And once I click in it, we can see that we have an option of add reserves, and also we have batch add reserves, okay, and edit plus delete. So if we feel like doing away with this course, we could delete it here, and if we feel like we want to edit something this record, we could choose this. Batch add means we have very many course reserves that we want to add. So we put in here the item codes, all of them, and choose the item types, and then they are added. And there's adding one by one. We use a barcode. So we can use a barcode or we can use a biblio number to add a course reserve. And this means the course reserve has to be, first of all, cataloged. Okay, so for demonstration purposes, I have created one file which is here, and its content inside is test course reserve paper or a content or a PDF, sorry, in a PDF format. So make sure that you have your course reserves ready, the topics that you want to add into the course reserves ready for uploading in order for you to add them here. So the first thing, you'll have to first catalog them, and cataloging it, you go to more, click on cataloging, and add a new record. So under adding a new record, you could add very many fields. I think for the purposes of time, I'll just need to add in the required parameters only. Okay, so this is already put. I'll just come here, control field, I'll just come here, and need to put only required fields. The agency, I'll put Busitema, and then, okay, so I need to put the type. So I think that's okay. So now I want to just put the only required ones. I'm going to call it introduction. Yeah, introduction to water resource engineering, but this is chapter 1. Yeah, chapter 1. Let's say it was a book or something. Here we shall jump. We just need only required fields. I hope there's nothing required here. Okay, so what is so important here? Um, okay, let us come back here and we choose the course type or the type item type course reserve. And remember we have it, and around here under uniform resource locator is where we upload our file. So once I click upload, if you don't see this button of upload, that means maybe your rights are not yet given by the system administrator, or your catalog does not support full text upload. So once I click here, it will open a form that look like this, and then I'll click here to choose my file. Now, kindly note that for good purposes of webmetrics and search engines that exist, it's better to omit the spaces that are in the naming. So like here, I'm going to rename it, and I'll call it, um, I'll just replace the spaces with an underscore, yeah, and then select it. And once I select, then you click upload. So once I upload, it has been uploaded, and then the results, the search results will give you what you uploaded, which is here, and you are supposed to click choose for you to have the link field. Suppose you have not clicked on the choose, and once you click close, you will see that the link has not populated itself here. Don't worry, there's no need to upload again. Just click on the word upload, and instead of choosing a file, use the search function here and put in the file name and click on search. So once you search, it comes back, and click on the word choose. So once you choose, the widget goes away automatically, and then the link is given to you or is populated in the field. Let me kind of check for other fields that I might have not yet filled that are required, like this one. Just going through a few fields that are required that I did not fill. Okay, I hope here we are fine. And introduction to chapter 1, the title, these are not required. Okay, so I really think everything is okay, and we can now add our record. So once I click save record, okay, so the record has been saved successfully, and it has no any item. So for the item, I could just add itself as an item. I think or know about that. Click on adding item, and there's nothing. Okay, so that is it. So we have our record, which is called which is at engineering library, and it is a course reserve type. Okay, so and it has only one item, which is this. I'm going to click here where there is edit item, and click in the barcode for it to generate the barcode, because that is what we wanted. The rest I'll call number, blah blah. The rest I don't think we shall follow so much. Okay, so I'm going to save the changes in order to save the item barcode. Okay, just a minute, let it save. Okay, let it save. Okay, so as we are waiting for it to save, on the URL, uh, if if any record that you want to give as a course reserve is already a course reserve, for example, is already cataloged, you don't need to catalog it. Just go and copy its barcode, and then you are able to add it. Okay, it is done and the barcode is provided to us. So I'm just going to copy the barcode like you have seen. Then we go back to course reserves, search our course reserve. Um, Search our course reserve. Okay, I don't know why it's a little bit slow. Let it list our course reserve. Then another thing, if the course reserves are many, for example, you have very many PDF files that you would like to add in one course reserve, you can catalog them at once and then have a list of their barcodes. And then once we are adding into the course reserve, you can just be adding your barcode when you have already finished to catalog them. It is also simpler if you use the other option we saw for adding many, or you can call it batch addition. Okay, so let us search our course. It was Introduction to Water Resource Engineering, which is this guy here. I'm gonna click on it, and then once we are there, I click on Add Reserves, and then I paste here our barcode and submit. And once we submit, you can see that it has already brought it, and it is saying which the barcode is this. So we choose the item type, of which the item type we had already given it as a course reserve. And then the collection, you may leave that, and we go to staff notes. This is given to staff, and then the public note. Yeah, public note. And lastly, you can click save. So as we talk now, our engineering introduction to engineering has one course reserve in it. And once we come back to students view, when I refresh here, you're going to note that we have one course reserve, and this course reserve is Introduction to Water Resource Engineering with the link provided for students to see. So once I click on this, you can really see that this is what we had uploaded as the test. Um, yeah, as a test full text. Sometimes you can upload and then this URL link is not seen. It means you did not click choose as I described before in this video. Once a student clicks here, you won't be able to see it. They will give you this error. Reason: this item has been classified as, as a course reserve, and therefore it has a restriction that it is only seen by the logged in users. So once a student logs in here with the student number, then you will be able to see all the details about that course reserve. I want to thank you for watching. We shall meet again in another tutorial.